Russian military exercises and troop deployment on the Ukrainian border will be the backdrop of U.S.-Russia talks Monday in Geneva, led by U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman and Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov. Moscow had laid out sweeping demands, including that NATO reduce its presence in Eastern Europe and not admit Ukraine as a member, demands unacceptable to the U.S. and Europe.
I think that's certainly part of the playbook. It's to put out a list of absolutely non-starter demands, and then to claim that the other side is not engaging, and then to use that as somehow justification for aggressive action. But the fact of the matter is, Russia knows well what is a non-starter, but there are also areas, there are also subjects, there are also issues where we can engage, we can have dialogue, we can see if we can improve everyone's overall security.
Russia says it is not preparing to invade Ukraine, its ex-Soviet neighbor, and insists that NATO expansion is a threat to its security.
Not 1 inch to the east is what we were told in the 1990s. And what happened? We were duped. We were brazenly duped.
The first round of talks will likely be more an airing of grievances and unlikely to produce certainty on Ukraine.
When it comes down to Ukraine, I don't think anyone knows exactly what President Putin has in mind. I think the Biden administration has done its best to not only rally the allies, to coordinate policy, to signal to Russia its intent to impose pretty draconian sanctions, much more than we've done in the past.
As Putin tries to keep focus on Ukraine, anti-government protests in Kazakhstan, another Russian neighbor, have killed dozens and injured hundreds. Moscow has sent forces to help crack down on the unrest in response to a request by Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. It's not clear why Tokayev asked for Moscow's help, Secretary Blinken told VOA.
Having said that, I think one lesson of recent history is that once Russians are in your house, it's sometimes very difficult to get them to leave.
The White House has denied reporting that it's developing options to withdraw U.S. forces in Eastern Europe ahead of the talks. Following the Geneva meeting, NATO and the Russia Council will meet in Brussels January 12th, and broader format talks, which include the U.S., NATO, Russia, Ukraine, and other former Soviet states, will continue in Vienna on January 13th. Patsy, Widakuswara, VOA News, Washington.